Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Welcome everyone once again in this conversation on the sacred scripture Ramayan, where yesterday in the previous class we were discussing about some qualities that was discussed by Narada to Sage Valmiki, in which he was discussing about the qualities of Sri Rama. And in the verse that we studied in the previous class, in that verse there was a line, Adinatma, in which Sri Rama was addressed as a person who never feels himself inferior to anyone, who never feels himself humble. Because as I told in the previous class, there was a great amplification that I did in the previous class. How could you build yourself that you never feel yourself second to anyone? And the way is that you have a particular knowledge, particular talent in you that you need to expose to ignite the talent, and then you'd be a conqueror of the world by that talent, by that skill that is in you. And every person in this world acquires some skill, acquires some type of knowledge, acquires some type of extra thing in himself that he requires to understand it. And once he understands it, then that person requires to act upon it. And when he goes acting on it, then generally day by day he'll start gaining and getting results, good results, the best results from those works. So never feel yourselves second to anyone, never feel yourselves inferior. Neither you should feel yourselves superior to anyone. That also I said in the previous class, that both these things, both these thought processes, one throws you into negativity, depression, and the other throws you into ego, snobbishness. And both these qualities are bad for human life. Snobbishness, getting arrogant about something. So when a person thinks himself that I am a complete person, I have accomplished what people run after. So after accomplishing great heights, a person turns his life into ego. So that's not good. Everything that you got, yes, your hard work was the factor in gaining whatever you are today. But only hard work of a person never does everything. There was also blessing of God. There was also well wishes of your parents, of your friends, of everyone surrounding you. Your parents brought you up. Your parents nourished you, nurtured you. That's why you became able. That's how you became able to achieve the goal, achieve the life that you are enjoying today. So whatever we are today, whatever happiness that we are enjoying today, the whole nature has worked in one way or other to help us accomplish that goal. So we should never ignite, we should never harvest ego in us. And on the other hand, neither should we fall into depression, into negativity, that I have nothing in me, I am completely useless. And that's how people commit suicides. So it's this bad, black side of life. You should never fall into darkness, and this is the darkness. Ignorance is darkness. Not understanding yourself is darkness, and not believing in yourself is darkness. Not believing in your abilities in God is darkness. When you start believing that I am a special child, I'm a special person, every person is exclusive, that's what I was speaking in the previous class, that whenever you start rising yourself up, that I am exclusive in myself, no one is like me, And God has created me, God has given me everything, 2 hands, 2 legs, a brain, this entire healthy body. And now I could do everything. I could do whatever I want. I could put myself in a path from which I could achieve a greatness in life. And when you start and when you understand what the real path towards destiny is, what your destiny is, what your destination is, when you understand the skills and purpose of your life, then inevitably you'd get your destiny and you'd be the happier person than before. You'd be an example for millions and millions of people on this earth. That's how life is led. And that's why this scripture gives us this word. Every word in this scripture holds a meaning, holds a teaching that could transform our lives. That's why in Sanskrit literatures, in Sanskrit language, it said Shabda Brahma. A single word is powerful enough to make your entire life a happy life, to transform your entire life. It doesn't require to read, to study, to learn, to understand, to decipher lots and lots of scriptures. Only if you understand a single word from any source, from any place, good word, and start and absorb that word and start acting accordingly to that word, then your life will be transformed and it be a different person, a good person, a better person, and gradually the best person in the area that you work on. So every word has its own importance. So this word, adhinatma, is a great important, it holds a great importance in itself. And a person, when the people will understand the importance of this word, no person in this community would ever go into ego or depression, into just flying in the skies and neglecting others. This is the form of ego, and snobbishness, rudeness. No one will go that way, and neither anyone would fall into negativity when he understands this, because stability is the right way of living. Our life should be entirely stable. And when we follow a stable life, a balanced life, this is the definition of a healthy life. What is the word that describes health in Sanskrit? It's swastha. And when we start understanding this word swastha, that means swasmin sthitah, a person who is situated in himself, a person who is situated in his good works, a person who is situated in humanity. What is the true expression of a human being? The true expression of a human being is that he is accomplished, he has humanity in him. And when you are situated in your humanity, in your humane behaviors, that means you are a healthy person. And when I say humane behaviors, humanity, it not only means showing humanity, showing mankindness, and showing compassion, brotherhood in the outer world. It also belongs in you. So the journey starts from you. You start showing compassion for yourself. You start showing good path to yourself. What happens? We scold and we try to transform this entire world, but we fail in ourselves. Just have a look in your lives. You just got tired transforming this entire world, and this world didn't transform. But one person that you leave and that you left every day was you. A person just tries to convince and persuade and exhort other people to lead a good life, but himself, he never allows himself that, he never gives himself that suggestion, that those words, those teachings. Many times we fail for ourselves. So that's why this is the way, this is the knowledge to become a healthy person. When you are self-motivated, self-inspired. You are in self-competition, and all this works only when you are in self-preparation. So when there is self-motivation, you'll never fall into negativity. You'll never fall into depression. When there is self-competition, you'll always seek towards your destiny. When there is self-motivation, you'll never feel tired. And all these things happen when you are self-prepared. So prepare yourself for whatever way, whatever path you're going through. But respect it, the path should be a truth path. The path should be a good path. The path should never defy the laws of nature, laws of humanity. That's how you become a successful person, a greater person, and a person who exemplifies humanity, a person who becomes examples of billions and billions of people on this earth and inspires them to live that same life that he has lived. So the same way as Sri Rama has transformed his life and became an ideal person for many people, for infinite number of people, and transform. And it's still this word Rama, whenever we speak this word Rama, purity generates in us. Why? Because that person, that great man, lived that life. Action speaks louder than words. Every word we see, we hear these words. If I today standing here addressing you people, if I say something and I don't follow those things into my own life, I cannot. There would be my words, my voice, everything, my expression will be powerless. So first of all, if you want to transform this world, transform yourselves. If you want this world remains in great motivation, in a great mentality, first change your mentality. Bring greatness, bring power, bring purity in your mentality. And that's how this whole world could be changed, could be transformed. Everyone is waiting to see that person, that ideal person. And unless you transform your life into an ideal life, you cannot convince people. So the epicenter of the society is every person. Change the center, and the circumference, the perimeter, would be changed just like that. So this was a big amplification of this word, because this word holds a great meaning, great sense, great teaching in itself. So I said it in a so greater manner. And in the next word of the verse, the last word of the verse, the sage is saying that he is vichakshana. He has a great ideal side. He understands the things. And I mean Sri Rama, he has a great side. He does everything thinking in mind what would be the result of this work in future. Many times, most of the times, we do certain works that we never think about where this work would lead me to. All these sinful works that we see around us, all these crimes that we see around us, if those people ever sit alone and think in themselves, what would be the consequence of this work on me? They'd never, if ever a person thinks this way, he'd never fall into crime. He would never fall into any sort of impure work, unjustful work. So here, vichakshana, this word gives us the meaning that whatever we do, first we should think about it. What would be the result? What would be the good points? What are the good points of this work? What are the evil points of this work? And if the good points win over evil points, then that work could be done. So always think in yourselves. So these words are not only classifying Sri Rama from other people, they're also inspiring you. They're also teaching every one of us that we too have the same abilities that this great man possessed. And now if we start uplifting these abilities, then we too would become the same person. Tat tvam asi. Sanskrit our Sanskrit literatures, our Vedic scriptures say that you are the same one. You are not the representative of God. You are God. Tattvam Asi. So we could become Sri Rama as well. So we need to assimilate all these great behaviors, all these great qualifications, qualities in ourselves. That's when we'd be able, and only then we'd be able to say that we have understood the scriptures. The work of scriptures is only to raise you, and if you are in yourself are not raising yourself, then there would be no utility of hearing me or understanding the scripture. Everything would just go into hell. So that's why everything, every part, every teaching, every word only works when you have utilized that word into your life. And this is the only thing that matters. How much you have utilized the teachings that you got in your lives. And when you have utilized those words into your life, that is the compact, that is the thing that you have learned. Anything that you don't utilize, you have not learned that. So I hope that whatever you hear in this scripture, from my voice, I am a medium. God has made me a medium to convey, to transmit this knowledge. And I feel myself so grateful that I have become, God has given me the capability to say, to convey His teachings. And now I wish, I hope that you all people are understanding it, and you feel yourselves. I hope that you stand up and start assimilating, absorbing all these teachings in your lives. So let us move in the next verse. In the next verse, Narada is describing Sri Rama speaking, Sarvada abhigatah sadbhihi samudra eva sandhubhihi aryaha sarva samaschaiva sadaiva priyadarshana. Next he says, Sarvada abhigatah sadbhihi. Sri Rama is always surrounded, he is always sort of cladded by good people, but noble people. And it's a very good thing when this atmosphere plays a great role in whatever we are, in whatever way we behave, in whatever way we work. This atmosphere thing. So always, that's why it is recommended to everyone that always live in positive atmosphere. Always live surrounded by the people who never cross the precipice of humanity, who always live inside the orifice of humanity. And when you live with those people, who abide by the laws of nature, who abide by the laws of goodness, of harmony, of humanity as well, then you can never evade that threshold that makes a person a bad person. So this is the importance of atmosphere, of surrounding, of ambience around us. So Sri Rama, he is a great person, he is an awakened person, still he lives surrounded by good people. And it's also a science that the way you think, the way you behave, the way you organize yourself, the way you express yourself, the same type of people will start rolling towards you, will start gravitating towards you. So it also signifies, it also gives us an outlook that how you are, the type of people that live around you, the same type of person you are. So take a look on what type of friends you have, what type of people are you friends with, what type of people live around you, with what type of people do you like to live with. So this will clearly say and convey what type of person you are. So it's your friendship, it's your life, so take responsibility of your lives, of your entire existence, that whatever I am, the same type of powers. In this nature, everywhere, if you search, there is positivity, there are positive powers everywhere. But if you hold negativity, evil works, evil sense, evil mentality, hatred, apathy towards anyone, these are all evil things in yourselves, then only what you'll make your one way or other, you're making friendships with evil powers, and they'll start and come towards us and grip you by your throat and will never leave you. You'd have to work very hard to get rid of them. So always harness, always remain tethered with good feelings, with positive emotions, with good works, and never feel and never hold any sort of grudge towards anyone, towards any part of this nature. And this is how, when you transform yourself in a good person, then all these great powers of this universe come rolling towards you, and they raise you, and in moments you become a sacred person, a pure person. So this was the importance of having good people around you. And how is this gained? By you, by your qualities. When you hold greater qualities in you, then inevitably greater people will come towards you. So Sri Rama is always surrounded by good people, very good people. And the next word, sage is saying, Samudra iva sandubhihi. The way that as rivers fall into an ocean from all sides. Ocean is surrounded by rivers. Some river comes into ocean from north direction, some comes from south, some from east, someone from west. From all directions, oceans are surrounded by rivers which fall in them, submit themselves into the oceans, surrender themselves into the ocean. The same way, when you are a better person, then all the good powers from all sides, from all directions, will start pouring in you, will start giving their energies to you. When you are a better person, not only the good work of yours uplifts you, it is the good powers from all sides that help you. So this is the importance of becoming a good person, becoming a sacred person, that all sacred powers, all good powers assimilate their powers in you and make you an uplifted person, an awakened person. So that was the meaning of this verse. And in the next line, the sage is saying, Arya sarva samaschaiva sadaiva priyadarshanaha. He is always appreciated by everyone. Like babies, when we see babies, they are always appreciated by everyone. Why? They don't have any evil tendencies in them. The same way, when you don't hold any evil tendencies in you, then you are just like baby. Age never matters. Your heart matters. How purified you are by your heart, by your emotions, by your inner self. That is the single thing and the simple thing that matters. And children, newborn babies, who could not like babies? And why people like them? Because they are purest souls on earth. And when you are the purest souls, when you transform yourself into a sacred soul, then you will surely be liked by everyone. No one could ever hold any grudge, any apathy towards you. This is the truest fact, and this is the qualification, this is the quality of Sri Rama. And through this scripture, we are being taught that we can also uplift ourselves the same way the great people that we idolize today did. So it's our work, is the purpose of our life, is the accountability of our life that we transform ourselves to, and we become a person, and we become not only person, we become energy, we become the power which just gives light, spreads light in this entire universe, in this entire planet, and helps every people in all the possible ways, in all the ways possible. So this is the purpose of our life. We end our class here today, and the next of the verses we'll study in the next conversation. Thank you.